right, worksheet day 15 for business math. We're under the section on percents in their applications, the subheading payroll. So first part on doing payroll here is talking about regular pay and overtime pay. Generally, an employer pays overtime if you work over 40 hours in the week. If you work less than 40 hours, you just get your regular pay. So for the first week of May, Donald Johnson worked 33.5 hours. Donald earns $12.60 an hour. His employer pays overtime for all hours in excess of 40 hours per week and pays 1.5 times the hourly rate for overtime hours. So, the regular pay amount, all of his hours were regular pay. I'm going to take the 33.50 hours times $12.60. So 33.50 times $12.60 gives me $422.10. Keep in mind on your calculator, it gives you 422.1, but we want to write it as money, so we always want to go to the hundredth spot, $422.10. This person didn't work any overtime, so their overtime pay is going to be 0 because we have no hours of overtime. So my gross pay, I'm just taking $422.10 plus 0, I'm going to get paid $422.10. Or at least Donald's going to get paid $422.10. Number 2, for the fourth week of November, Scott Reed worked 35 hours. Excuse me. Scott earns $19 an hour. His employer pays overtime for all hours worked in excess of 40 hours per week and pays 1.5 times the hourly rate for overtime hours. So again, Scott only worked 35 hours. All the hours he worked were regular pay. So his regular pay amount was 35 hours times $19 an hour. 35 times 19 gives me $665. He didn't work any overtime hours, and so his his overtime pay is just going to be $0. And so for his gross pay, $665 plus 0, still going to be $665. Now on the third one, I'm going to change the hours because I want to have one where you at least have some overtime hours in there. So let's just change this. I'm going to just make it 52 hours. Go ahead and change that on your paper. For the third week of April, Betty Bailey worked 52 hours. Betty earns $12.90 an hour, and her employer pays an overtime for all hours in excess of 40 hours per week and pays 1.5 times the hourly rate. So if we take the 52 hours minus the 40 hours, he worked 12 hours of overtime. So we have 40 hours of regular pay, 12 hours of overtime pay. So his regular pay amount, we're going to take the 40 hours times the $12.90. So if I take 40 times $12.90, his regular pay, $516. Now for my overtime pay, I get time and a half, 1.5. So I have to take the $12.90 times 1.5, time and a half. So $12.90 times 1.5 means he gets $19.35 per hour for his overtime pay. He had 12 hours of overtime. He gets $19.35 per hour for overtime. So 12 times $19.35 gives me $232.20. So for his gross pay, we're going to add those two amounts together. So $516 plus $232.20 gives me $748.20. So if we do have overtime on there, we're going to take the total hours, subtract 40 to find the overtime hours. The regular hours will be 40 maximum. The rest is overtime. The regular hours, we take our regular rate of pay. The extra hours, we do time and a half, so 1.5 times that to find our rate of pay for overtime. And then we add our two amounts together. Number 4, talking about commission. Frank Hayes receives a $450 draw on the first day of each month. This month, he also sold merchandise valued at $22,000. Assume that Frank is paid 10% commission on all sales. Calculate the following. So, drew $450 on the first day of the month. He sold merchandise valued at $22,000 and he's paid 10% commission on his sales. So the amount of his commission is going to be 10% of the sales, $22,000. The store took in $22,000, but they're paying the salesman 10% of that, and so $2,200. Now, when he received a draw on the first day of the month, that means he gets that ahead of time. They paid him the $450 already. So the gross pay after the draw means you're going to take the amount he would have earned and subtract off that $450 that he got at the beginning of the month. So we're going to take the $2,200, subtract the $450, and so his gross pay after his draw, $1,750 is how much he's going to get in his paycheck then. Number 5, Janet Taylor receives a $525 draw on the first day of each month. This month, she also sold merchandise valued at $45,000. Assume she's paid 8% commission on all her sales. So amount of commission, we got 8%, 0.08, because we divide by 100, times the $45,000 that were her sales. So 0.08 times 45,000 means $3,600 would be the amount of her commission. Her gross pay after her draw, she would have received $3,600, but she got $525 on the first day of the month in advance. And so if we subtract off that $525, it means she's going to receive $3,075 for her gross pay after her draw. Number 6, same kind of thing. Nancy Gonzalez receives a $375 draw on the first day of each month. This month she sold merchandise valued at $24,000. Assume she's paid 12% commission on all sales. So 12%, 0.12, times my $24,000. If I multiply that out, we get $2,880. Gross pay after her draw, she would have gotten $2,880, but she drew out $375 on the first of the month. So if we subtract off that $375, $2,505 would be the gross pay after her draw. Number 7, Masterson Plastic pays all sales representatives 3% commission on the first $25,000 of their individual sales, 5% commission on the individual sales in excess of $25,000. Assume that Scott Perez sold merchandise valued at $74,000. So this is kind of like the overtime pay where I had over 40 hours. My first commission is based on the first $25,000. So if this is over $25,000, we're going to take the $74,000 and we're going to subtract the $25,000. So 74,000 minus 25,000 would give us 49,000. So the commission on the sales in the sales base is going to be based on that 25,000. The commission on the additional sales will be based on the 49,000. So that I have a total amount of $74,000. Now on my first 25,000 I get 3%. So I'm going to take 3% times that 25,000. I should have wrote my subtraction over a little farther. 0.03 times 25,000 means I get $750 commission on that first bunch. On the additional sales, I get more commission. I get 5% on that. So if I take my 49,000 times 0.05, I get $2,450 from that. And my gross pay then, I'm going to add my two commissions together. So if I take my $750 plus my $2,450, $3,200 is going to be the total amount of commission that I'm going to receive. So my gross pay, the $3,200. That one was $750. This one was $2,450. Number 8, Eastern Printing Equipment pays all sales representatives 7% commission on the first $17,500 and 14% commission on the individual sales in excess of $17,500. Assume that Nancy sold merchandise valued at $47,500, which again is above that first base. So I want to take the $47,500 and subtract off the first part, $17,500, to see how much excess I have. So $47,500 minus $17,500 would be $30,000 over. So on the sales base, we have the $17,500 for the base. On the additional amount over that, we have $30,000 for a total of $47,500. On the sales base, we receive a 7% commission. So if I take my $17,500 times my 0.07, that's $1,225. Write it over here, $1,225. On the commission for additional sales, I get 14%. So I'm going to take my $30,000 times 0.14, $4,200. And so again, if I am going to find my gross, I'm just going to add those two things together. 5, 2, 4, 5. So my gross pay, $5,425. And number 9 is going to be the same kind of thing. Columbia Builder Hardware Supply pays all sales representatives 5% commission on the first $10,000 of their individual sales and 9% commission on their individual sales in excess of $10,000. Assume that Sam Foster sold merchandise valued at $54,000. So again, he's over that $10,000. So we have to figure out how much over. $54,000 minus $10,000 gives us $44,000 extra. And so the amount for the base is $10,000. The amount for the excess is $44,000 to make our total of $54,000. My commission on my first $10,000 is 5%. So if I take $10,000 times 5%, I get $500. So $500. 9% commission on the amount over that, so 0.09 times my $44,000. Means we have $3,960. $3,960. So my gross pay, I'm just going to add those together. So 500 plus 3,960 is $4,460. So gross pay, $4,460. Number 10, Broom Law Equipment pays Bob Hayes a $730 monthly salary. He's going to get $730 whether he sells anything or not, but just for working he gets $730. He's also going to get 9% commission on the merchandise he sells each month. Assume he sold $66,800 for last month. So for his commission, he's getting 9% of his sales, $66,800. So if I take 0.09 times 66,800, the commission is $6,012. So for his gross pay, he's going to get that $730 just for working, plus he gets $6,012 in commission. So if I add those together, his gross pay is $6,742. Number 11, Campbell Food Distribution pays Janet Cooper a $1,380 monthly salary. She gets that whether she sells anything or not, but she also gets an 11% commission on the merchandise she sells each month. Assume Janet's sales were $52,800 for last month. So for her amount of commission, she gets 11% of her sales, $52,800. So 0.11 times $52,800 means $5,808 is the amount of her commission. Her gross pay, she gets the $1,380 plus her commission of $5,808. So if we add those together, $7,188. So her gross pay, $7,188. And number 12, A1 Chemical Supply pays Kevin Peterson a $780 monthly salary plus a 7% commission on all merchandise he sells. Assume Kevin sells for $74,700 for last month. So the amount of his commission, he gets 7%, 0.07 times his sales, $74,700. So 7% times $74,700 means $5,229. So $5,229 is the amount of his commission. His gross pay, he gets that $780 plus his commission of $5,229. And so if I add those together, $6,009. So $6,009 is going to be his gross pay. And so that's the end there of worksheet day 15. Again, if you look on your Alex pie chart, it's under the slice, name, percents, and applications, down under the subheading of payroll. And so those are the first few things, and we'll continue on the next worksheet.